Well, new. Thanks for joining me in this episode of Fat Chats.
Stupid o'clock.
Stupid o'clock. What is it? 4 a.m. right now. Jeez, us us here. We 278. We get here early, eh?
12 hours too early.
So I think you are a I've been tattooed by you for years, since I was a little puppy, and you don't say much. So I want to take this time to ask you a bunch of questions that people may not know, because everyone loves you. And imagine if they knew more about you, they'd love you even more. And that's what you want. Do you want them to love you more?
No.
Stop messaging me, please. So, what got you into? Oh, sorry. Firstly, how long have you been tattooing for?
So I've been tattooing now for. Oh, I've been in the industry now for about 12 years.
Yeah.
Started my apprenticeship at 2012.
Yeah. Whereabouts?
Did it in Perth.
Perth.
So start from the beginning. So I actually never wanted to be a tattoo artist. It was never an interest of mine.
Yeah.
My wife, she used to get a lot of tattoos way before from one of my mates, and just one of the sessions they started talking about my drawing. So she showed him like a few of my drawings, and he was pretty much like, "Oh, hey, why don't you give him one of these machines? Give him a try and see if he likes it." So she brought home those machines. I gave it a shot, and I hated it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Just I've told a lot of people this, but the thought of it being on someone forever was so daunting for me, and and it just put me off. But if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be in this industry. So she pretty much forced me into it.
She's an amazing woman. There's nothing that she can't do. Hey. So not only that, but she bought us new.
Pretty much. Yeah, would have brought us to Townsville too.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I'm glad for it.
Yeah.
Where would we be without new? So, so Perth. You mentioned. So we obviously had a guest artist, Kim, one of your good mates. Did you do your apprenticeship with him?
So we were in the same not the same studio, but there were 5 studios across Perth.
Yeah.
So there were actually 4 of us, 4 or 5 of us that started at the same time, and yeah, Kim was one of them.
Yeah.
We've always stayed close. We stayed close. Yeah.
He's a man, hey. I love that bloke.
Somewhat. He's alright.
Yeah, he's all right. Like, I don't like him that much. So, do you think he'll come back to Townsville?
Oh,
Did he
I
like
hope
it?
so.
Did he like it?
He loved it.
His
If
car,
I can,
he didn't have a car get stolen or anything like that?
nah,
No?
if I can get him and the other boys up here, that'll be. I think that's the number one goal for me.
Yeah, that'd be a place. So that's coming for 2025, hey?
Yeah.
Get all the boys up. Yeah, beautiful. So you mentioned your wife kind of got you into tattooing. What were you doing before that?
So I've been in Australia for 18 years. Before tattooing, I was actually a manager for EB Games.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah.
was also assistant manager for Liquorland.
Yeah.
The first job I did when I moved to Australia was I was actually a tyre fitter for road trains, and so I do that during
That's
the day,
hard. That's hard.
and in the afternoon I was a barman, so bartending.
Shit, you work out, eh?
Yeah, so I came from a pretty humble background.
Yeah.
That's when I moved here. I was pretty quiet at the start, but having those jobs definitely taught me how to be more open with people.
Yeah. And I feel like you don't say a lot at work, but when you do, everyone listens. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you don't say much, but when you do, when you say your like 2 cents, it's funny. And I love it. It's always enough. I love it. So if you weren't tattooing, what do you think you'd be doing today? Filming and stuff.
Filming,
Yeah,
editing,
you love that.
photography, videography.
You
Yeah, I
love
love
it.
all that shit.
You love your editing. Hey.
Also love music. I think that's where a lot of my money goes towards
Yeah.
my music as well. So yeah, been a musician all my life pretty much.
So you've been tattooing a fair while now. So has your style changed over the years?
Not really. So when I did my apprenticeship, my mentors at the time, they actually encouraged me to keep freehanding.
Yep.
And because I was somewhat okay at drawing at
Yep.
the start, that's what I've been doing the whole time, is just trying to improve on
Yep.
that craft.
Is there a what is your style? What would you call it?
Um, Heavy saturation,
Is that it?
mostly black and grey.
Black and grey?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do color, but
You can do color, but you surprise yourself with that color, hey?
yeah, but I think when I'm tattooing color, I just start getting bored.
You will have to chuck up a photo of that piece because that is, it doesn't look like you've done it.
No, no, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Mm.
It's really good. So, do you remember the first tattoo you ever did on someone?
Yep.
What was it? And was it dreadful?
Oh yeah, it was actually a koi fish, or oh sorry, a koi
Yeah, yeah,
on my wife's leg,
yeah. Right.
and she won't let me touch it. She won't let me fix it up.
She still won't.
Nah, none of her tattoos she lets me go over. She
Just loves it.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
she wants to see the stages.
Does she
I went
want
through.
more tattoos from you, or is she over it?
Nah, she wants to be covered.
Yeah, good. Are you gonna let her?
She has to book in like everyone.
Just I can imagine her
Oh,
popping up in your inbox and like, so, how come we not responding? Please, I want to be booked in.
mm.
So, do you have a particular piece that is your favorite that you've done? And it can't be my pieces. I know that's what you're going to say.
All right.
You're probably going to say my Yoda holding a teddy bear,
Yep.
or my Groot, or my back piece. Like, it's not. It
Those,
can't be those. What's your favorite?
I just want to say those two are probably up there in my top 5. I reckon.
Yeah, good.
So, but I know I'm lucky too that I can specialize in a lot of different styles. So I actually can't think off the top of my head which one will stand out the most
Yeah.
to me. But I enjoy doing all of them. It's like in that particular moment of doing them, I think I've just like mostly grateful that I've been able to do it, and I know that's just another stepping stone to where
Yeah,
I want to be.
absolutely.
Mm.
Your work is insane, and I know that you are hard on yourself. So sometimes you'll do artwork that makes everyone just go whoa, and you're like, oh, I could have done it better. Like you're tough on yourself.
You sound like my wife.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am her. Um, so I want to say, how are we going to tie in that 2015? How do we? Um, oh, how do I tie that in?
So yeah, like I said, I've been in the industry for 12 years, but I think I've been tattooing for only almost 10.
10.
Yeah,
Okay.
almost 10. So
Yep.
there was a period between 2015 to 18 where I took off.
Yep.
I took off full time from tattooing, but
Why is that? Why did you take that time off?
so when we left Perth at 2014, we left Perth, we moved to Brisbane, and then we came up to Townsville for holiday. Fiona, my wife, she fell in love with the place, and she
Yep.
said we should move here. So we moved up here in 2000 at the end of 2014. 2015, I was working a lot by myself in the studio. This is actually something I want to emphasize as well, is that
Yeah.
when you work by yourself, it does get a bit, I think it gets a bit hard, and I think you start to plateau, and it's hard to move across from that plateau.
Yeah. Okay.
So at the point I was starting to lose my passion for the job, for the industry, and
Yeah.
um, I actually was planning to go to a shop when I got here.
Yeah.
Um, but all the shops I asked, they said that I needed a license beforehand, and I didn't have my license.
Yeah. Okay.
And to get my license, I had to be in a shop.
Right.
So
Right.
I asked a couple of shops, and I couldn't get in as an artist.
Yeah. Right.
So I was doing a lot of work from home, and then one day I walked to my daughter's school, picked her up from school, walked home, and I had a lot of DEA outside my house, and I knew what they were there for. They were there because I was obviously tattooing from home.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, DEA, they were all like all rifled up,
Yeah. Right.
and they're like, "Oh, you know why we're here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know why you guys are here, coming in." And I even before they came in, I said, "You guys don't drink or anything?" It's just how I am. But anyway, they came through, ransacked the whole place, took all my gears,
Yeah.
confiscated everything. They
Yeah.
even we were sitting at the table, I was like, I'm just not any tattoo artist. I definitely want to make something for myself up here. So I
Yep.
gave them my Facebook page, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, true. So you're not just any artist, you actually are pretty good."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, but but yeah, like I said, at that time I was losing passion for it anyway." So they confiscated all my stuff. I was banned from tattooing for a year or something,
And you can't
and
get that stuff back, hey?
I actually got it back 2 years later.
You did? Yeah, right. Okay.
Um, yeah,
With a license.
they actually I finally answered one of the calls, and they were like, "Anthony, we got all your gears from at the police station. If you want to come down and pick it all up." And I was like, "Yeah, sweet." And we actually been trying to call you for the last year.
Oh, that's typical you, though.
Yeah, don't answer my
We've
phone
sent you
call.
emails saying that I'll pick it up and
We've been trying to ring you for the last year. No, no. So yeah, finally picked it up. But during that time off, I was doing a lot of art courses, doing a lot of digital art.
yeah.
And
So
I
that's why you're a jet with the digital art.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So what happened in 2015, I take it as a blessing in disguise because I think I was able to get that passion back for drawing.
Yeah.
And then around 2018, the actual tablet I was doing all my work on, it cut out for some reason and took me like months to try and repair it. They couldn't repair it, so they just refunded all of my money back for that tablet.
Oh yeah.
And I just didn't want to use that money to get another one, so I was like, fuck, I might just try tattooing again.
Yeah.
And then I messaged a couple of places, and same again, couldn't get in because I didn't have my license. And
Yeah.
then my cousin tagged me in one of Studio 278's posts looking
Yeah.
for artists, and I hit Aaron up and was like, "Man, come on down, come on in, we'll have a chat." And
Yeah.
yeah, so basically he put my name under the shop without me a license, without having a license, and
Yeah.
yeah, that part is history.
And then
I
you
owe it
were
to
able to get your license and
yeah,
do it.
because of old mate over there.
The old
Very much
old man with his sunnies on his head. Who would have thought? Who would
the
have thought he'd
blinding
have
light,
his sunnies on his head?
the blinding light.
Um, so how many years jail did you? How long did you go away for? That how many years?
9 months.
No.
I've been 10 you get deported. So
Yeah.
no, I don't know.
Okay, that's awesome. So, what you tattooed mostly at the old shop before moving over to the new one. So, when did Aaron first tell you that he was going to open up the brand new shop? Was it
But
like very straight away, or like did he talk about it for a couple years?
I don't know. No, it was pretty much straight away when you plan to start work on it like the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I was bugging him the whole time. He brought me in there when it was basically nothing in there. It was just an empty shell.
Is that the video that you
Yeah, yeah,
posted?
yeah.
Yeah.
Video I posted
Bloody
on
hell.
my Instagram.
Yeah.
See the beginning. Yeah.
Bloody hell. And then the rest is history, hey?
Mm,
Do you love this shop?
absolutely. I think even after work, I'll just sit down on couches. It does feel like a home. So
It's chill, hey? It's like your own little hangout spot. And it's what Aaron said. It's like 2 times bigger, but it feels even bigger than that. It's like the old shop was just long and narrow,
mm,
whereas this is long. It's a massive rectangle. It's huge.
mm.
So, what do you personally love about this shop the most? What's your favorite thing about the shop?
I think it was going for more of a home look, so it definitely feels like a home. Um, I love the location. Uh, Actually, the only thing I didn't like about it was that there was a fish and chip shop.
Oh,
Quite-
yeah, yeah.
If you know me, you know fish and chips is my absolute weakness, but I've
Have
been
you
able to.
have you had the fish burger out at Bushland Beach at the you go all the way down Bushland Beach and it's like this pink shop.
I haven't
Oh,
even been to Bushy.
what? Dude, take Fiona and the kids, go all the way down to Bushland Beach, all the way to the end. There's like a roundabout. There's this ugly shop and it's pink. It's like ugly pink. Go in there and get yourself a Massa just tried to walk in. She knows she can walk in. Um, the most amazing fish burgers ever. So the bun is probably like this big, but it's like the fish is that big. I'm not exaggerating.
Mm.
It's that big. Like it's stupid. It is heavy to hold.
I think these guys have set the bar high for me. So
No,
I
I'm
don't think.
telling you, if you don't like it,
But you're Aussie.
what's that?
But you're Australian.
Italian. I don't know. Crazy man. Um, what is what is your? I was just thinking about the other day when I sent you that booking form for that particular tattoo, and you're like, "Oh." So I won't name names and stuff, but is there a particular piece? Is there a style that you actually just don't like to do? Because you're very specific with the tattoos you accept to do.
Yeah, I only like doing really tattoos that actually like push the boundaries on what I can come up with.
Yeah,
But I don't think there's anything that I wouldn't do. I think if I just do too many of a specific
yeah.
style or theme, then I just get a bit bored of. But
Do you want to name that style that you've done a lot of, or no? No.
no, because I think that's like 95%.
Uh, we don't have to cut that out. What is? Have you ever got a weird or unusual tattoo request? Is there any that you can think of that made you go, "What?"
It's actually one of the biggest questions I'm always asked. But yes, so we had at the old studio, we had a dude come in, and he wanted a portrait of his old man. He wanted a portrait of his old man on his back, and the photo, sorry, no photo, but the image was of his dad's actual back with his head tilted to the side.
Yeah.
And on his dad's back is a portrait of Jesus with the thorns and the diamonds in his head with blood coming out.
Oh yeah.
So he wanted a portrait of that, but he didn't have
Oh.
didn't even have a photo or nothing.
Oh.
This was just based off his memory.
Oh.
So, and he also hated stencils. So
Oh.
he said he wanted someone to freehand it.
Oh. What?
So
What do you? What do
me
you,
being
what
a
do you mean?
freehand,
Wait, what do you
yeah,
mean hated stencils?
yeah, he just didn't like stencils. He wanted the whole tattoo freehanded of his portrait of
I
his
don't want.
father.
I don't want the tattoo to be good. I just
Yeah.
want.
So that was like it wasn't difficult for me. The only hardest part was trying to image what he was trying to say about it, what his dad looked like.
You know what? That hearing that makes me feel like you'd be a good. You could work for the FBI and you could be like the drawer, like the when they're like, oh, describe him. And you're like,
Nah, based on that experience, I think I'll be pretty terrible.
you're
Because I
terrible.
tattooed it and he liked it at the start, but I think he got it blacked over.
Oh, he did. Oh, all that hard work.
I think shade Aaron, yeah, he blacked it out.
Jeez.
So yeah, that was probably the
So
funniest.
you are booked out a lot, pretty far out. Um, what um, what are you doing when you're not tattooing?
Yeah. So like I said, all my money goes towards my tech,
Yeah,
a lot of my music, a lot
making
of
videos.
editing videos, and
Yeah,
all that sort of stuff. Mm.
and you're good at it. Are you going to start posting that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
One day, one
I've
day.
seen parts of it, and like I've seen your video editing, and it's ridiculous. It's so good, and I'm
Mm.
always like, hey, how do you do that? And you're like, oh, just like this, and you show me a video of it. I'm like, I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to try. Um, and obviously, family time you love doing too.
Yeah,
You didn't mention that. You got to say that part too.
yeah,
Say it.
yeah, yeah. Fuck, I just remembered. And my family.
Yeah. And my fam. Oh, and I love spending time with my fam. Um, so you do such massive pieces? Do you get a lot of people that's their first tattoo?
Actually, yeah.
So what advice would you give those people that have never had a tattoo before and they sit down with you and it's a massive full day piece? What would make that
You mean
experience
like for
better?
first timers?
First timer. So let's
Eat
say
something.
they eat something. I've seen a couple of the young fellas getting tattooed, and you're like, "Have you had breakfast?" And like, and yes, you can see they haven't. They're just white as a ghost.
Yeah, yeah. So have a rest the night before,
Yeah.
and the most important thing, have a bloody feed before you come
Numbing cream, is that an option for you?
in. It never used to be, but now with all these tattoo creams that are coming out, I think it's starting to become sort of alright to me.
Yeah,
So
okay. And do you allow your clients to put, like, does it make tattooing a little bit harder, or?
yeah, yeah, I don't have an issue with it now, but as long as people understand that once it wears off,
Yeah,
it's gonna
come
come a million times worse.
it'll come aggressively. It'll
Yeah,
be like a sudden, and there's only so much tattoo numbing cream can do. Hey,
yeah. The shit thing about that is like you have those big long sessions, and then you cut out, you start putting out after the first 2 hours when it runs out, and you start wiggling and get
yeah,
uncomfortable.
absolutely.
So I would still recommend for those longer sessions to don't even do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep it up.
Yep, I feel ya. And I wonder how many hours I've spent in the chair with you. It'd be over 50,
Yeah,
easy. Like,
easy.
I think my back was 30.
Yep.
Jeez, no wonder we're in love. Um, what does your ideal day off look like? So if you could have the best day ever, and you can't say sleeping.
Oh man, I just turned 36, so on Sunday, so it'll be waking up at 4 p.m.
I know you woke up at 4 p.m. because I spent hours putting together that post.
Yeah,
It's
they're
very,
wondering I
yeah,
wasn't there.
and posted it, and I just waited all day for you to like it, and it was about 4:30
Mm.
p.m. and you're like, ha ha ha. I was like, far out, you're
No.
sleeping.
No, no. My wife closed the curtains. She made the room dark, so it just stayed dark the whole time.
That's beautiful.
Mm. That is my ideal day off.
If you could, you if you could tattoo anyone in Townsville, who would it be? In Townsville, could be Cowboys player. It could be someone like,
Oh man, I'm like you. I'm little NRL boy, so
yeah,
any of those boys I love tattooing.
yeah. And you've tattooed a few of them too before.
Mm.
I mean, I've come in while you've been tattooing them. Yeah,
Yeah, I actually was pretty close to tattooing your boy Kyle
old
once.
style. Yeah.
But when he messaged the book in, I actually my old man passed away
Oh,
like
yeah,
that pretty much that day or he almost passed away. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah, so I had to go back to NZ and
You went back for a fair bit, hey? How long were you back there
yeah,
for?
about 6 weeks I think.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So, oh well,
Mm.
that's Kyle. Yeah, Kyle misses out, and he's obviously not too happy about that because he's run away. He's like, no, you know what? Stuff new.
Stuff, dang.
I'm sure when he comes back, he'll be keen for a tattoo.
Oh, as long as he brings me back some Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. So tell me, so we do have a lot of people that disgruntled people. You've seen them before. Sometimes say, "Oh, I've been trying to get with New. I've been trying to book in with New. How come? Like, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be tattooed by you, that may have not reached out to Studio 278 before?
Mm.
Like, what's the best way to get in contact with you?"
So, like we all know, I'm pretty terrible at my messages on Instagram. I am good at social media. I'm just terrible with the messages.
Yeah,
Yeah, can't keep up with
yours are
how many I
busy.
get. Yeah,
Yours
yeah,
are busy.
yeah. That's why we got you on board.
Yeah,
But I still tell everyone to this stage the easiest way possible is just pop in.
pop in.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Monday to Friday,
Yeah,
10 to 5,
in the corner.
alive.
Yeah, normally
Can't miss me.
here with an up and go,
Oh no,
chilling on your phone with an up and go. No,
nah,
no, just
bueno,
a bottle of water.
bueno.
Oh, with a bueno.
Nah, fingers. Yes, yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, so all right. So if they, yeah, because I hear a lot of people and they're like, well, not a lot of people. Sorry, that's exaggerating, but a lot of people are like, look, I want to get booked in with New, but I sent him a message and he hasn't responded. And
How do we get there?
what's that?
Good luck. We're trying to get with new.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good luck. I've been trying to reach out to him for over a week. It's like, oh, please. So, are you? So, what do your books look like at the moment? So, you're booked out for the remainder of 2024. What's 2025 look like?
I like it to keep it within like the 4 to 6 months. So
Yep.
around April.
Gotcha. So at the moment we're looking at if I wanted to be tattooed, it'd be around April.
Yep.
Would be good. Yes, sweet.
Mm.
Do you have any big events on next year? Like, do you have any big tattoo events, expos you want to go on?
Yeah, so at the end of January, I've got my first international expo that I'll be
Whereabouts?
working at is in Lille, France.
France. France.
Mm. And
Bonjour.
I actually jumped in on the Milan
Yeah.
expo, but I actually missed out on that one. But I
Ah,
still have the France one the week after Milan, so
gotcha. Ah, that'd be
there's that one.
amazing. So how, you taking the whole fam over there?
No, just Fiona.
Yeah.
Yeah, those work trips and just yeah, keep her along.
And Fiona keeps you busy too.
Yeah, I still have one possibly in April back in Melbourne. We'll try that one.
Yeah.
Definitely go back to Perth and Sydney's November.
Sydney, November. Yeah. So about 3 expos that you know of,
Yep.
but there'll probably be more. Probably.
We'll see.
We'll see. Can I come on one?
Would love you
Jack
to come
wants.
on all of them.
Jack wants to. You probably need me as like a bodyguard or something.
Yeah.
Like a, like the mini bodyguard.
Chihuahua.
Yeah, Chihuahua. I know Jack's keen on going to some with you.
Yeah.
Just to sit back and just learn.
Yep.
So, Nu, tell us about this exciting apparel drop that happened a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, so me and Fiona have been talking about it for a while. Of starting something with my brand name. So I actually don't like my actual name on the shirts, but she seems to think it's something people might like. But so one thing we did, was recently launched the actual apparel.
Yep.
But no, she's controlled the whole side of it. She's come up with a lot of designs herself. The only input I've really had is just some of the pictures or some of the images that go on the shirts. Otherwise, she puts it all together. And one other idea I had is that the N and the A within my name, so news art, the N and the A, we've actually started coming up with other like words that start with N, start with A.
Yeah.
So the next shirt we've actually just dropped is Needle Addict.
Yeah.
So we're just going to play on that for a while, come up with a lot of different words that within the N and A.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting
I love
stuff
that.
for her and I.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's lovely. And you'll be able to sell those at the expos as well, hey? So what is the best way to purchase those? Because I know they're not stocked, they're made to order.
Yeah.
So what's the wait time with that?
So we've just got a lot of orders in already, and maybe just over a week.
Yeah. Oh,
They've already turned up to everyone.
a week. Yeah,
Week and a
right.
half.
So where are they made out?
Too. So I actually
You don't know?
no.
This is why Fiona
Yeah.
is the woman.
She'd tell me all of this, and then I'll bring it up to her another day, and she said, "Yeah, I already told you that."
I told you.
Yeah.
Wicked. Well, the colors that you've chosen as well, or that you and Fiona have chosen, are beautiful, like stonewashed. Hey.
And choose black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them.
That's
I'm definitely gonna get some. I'm definitely gonna get some. I just need to find the measurements because I'm very particular.
Nah, she picks all the colors.
Yeah.
She suits every color, so
Beautiful.
she knows what stands out to everyone.
She's done a good job. So, how can people purchase these shirts
So
or the apparel? Sorry.
the easiest way will be just through the link in our bios.
Yep.
News art. You'll be able to find the link tree there, and
Beautiful.
we have the link there.
Local delivery.
Oh yeah, we're working on that right now. So
Yep.
we actually have a deal. So anyone in Townsville that orders before a specific time will have all the shipping for free, and then we'll just get it all shipped to our place, and you can just pick it up from there.
Beautiful. No, wicked. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm excited to see where that gets you in 2025. I know it's going to be exciting. I know that Fiona is a woman with plans, so there'll be some exciting things to come with that apparel.
And tenfold.
And I'm excited because there's hoodies in there, and I'm excited for. Hopefully Townsville gets a good winter so that I can wear one.
It's lovely to wear to bed anyway.
You wear it to bed?
Yeah.
Hoodies? To bed.
Yeah, nothing else though.
Prove it. Oh, dearie me. All right, Nu. Well, look, there's so much more we could have spoken about, but this is just essentially a teaser because I want people to know a bit more about our artist here because only we know how interesting everyone is. So it's good to kind of a little introduction to the artist and for you. So thanks for joining me, and I look forward to doing this more with you, but also creating some good reels, some funny reels with you. So cheers. Thanks, guys.